So I've got a meeting at 1, another meeting at 2.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Friday Share Beer for January 26th, Friday, January 26th, 2018. Welcome, man, to another Friday Share Beer. This is the, second to the last Friday Share Beer at this hour. So at noon Eastern, the time could possibly, I think, well, no, you know what? This show, it will change. The time will definitely change on this show.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't go away altogether, the time is definitely changing. So you can look forward to some sort of change one way or another on the Friday Share Beer for sure coming up due to my pending work schedule. My schedule is going to change very, very, very soon. So in the matter of days, I will get
next week.
Well, I will get at least get my new schedule.
Okay.
Sometime next week. So
yeah.
And then those changes will go into effect the week after. So the week after next. So things are changing quickly now. So for fans of this, hey, what's up, Craig? We got Craig in the chat from Kent Beer Reviews, and we got Earth in there. Hey, what's up, Earth? So some of these, who knows? I don't want to say too much, so I'll just stop there. But the only thing I can say is this show will definitely be affected. So if it stays, if the Friday Share Beer stays, it's going to be at a different time. So it's going to move somewhere.
Guaranteed.
That part I can guarantee. Yeah, it's definitely going to change. We've got some great beer stories to talk about if we have a chance to get to them. I've got a beer and some life stories to tell. Some questions, of course, as usual. I had a recent dental visit I would love to chat about, and and then I want to ask some questions about how you eat pizza. Simple question, right? And we'll get into that in a minute. I'll start it out tonight. Well, today, not tonight, right? Today, about what I'm drinking. I'm gonna start out with this Breckenridge Brewery Nitro Pumpkin Spice Latte that I've had on here before, but this one's a mildly aged version, 5.5% ABV Nitro series. So I'll go ahead and crack this one open. Start it out. This one's still pretty chilled. Oh, still got that nice nitro crack. I heard the gases come in there and aggressive pour. Yeah, hey, still did pretty good. We still got some decent cascading happening there. So so good so far. I did put it in a Guinness glass, even though it's Breckenridge. I'm sure they won't mind. I'm sure they're not going to sue me or anything.
No.
I do have a story about a brewery suing another craft brewery.
Another one?
And this one, this one's a name we know. And it made me think too, like with all the drama that our friend, our real good friend of the show, Zach, went through in trying to open his brewery. He never was sued by another brewery, at least not yet, that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm sure if he was sued, he would have brought it up. Zach's not the one to hold back. So he would have at least mentioned that he maybe wouldn't have gave details, but he just said, you know what? I'm flipping getting sued. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine. So, you know what? It's actually about the same as what I remember having it in season. Yeah, I mean it's not too, little pumpkin, little mild pumpkin, nice creaminess. Spicy, little spicy note in there.
You had that one. Did you get that back in the fall, like October, November?
Early. I got it early in the season too. Yeah. So,
Okay. All right.
right around when it first came out.
Okay.
So it's got a little pumpkin. Faint. I don't know if I'm getting coffee anymore though.
No.
But the creaminess because of the gas, But yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you have in work?
I'm having one I've had quite a bit, but I haven't had in quite a while. How about that?
Hey.
Dogfish Head 60-minute.
Oh, the old trusty 60-minute now.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had this probably in, I don't know, a couple years. But
Zach's in the chat. Hope not sued yet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, there's always tomorrow.
Let me tell you, man, the way 2018 has gone for me so far and for people around me, I'm not putting anything past it.
All right. And I still got obviously pretty good carbonation. It's in the New Mexico Brewers Association IPA Festival glass.
Fantastic glass.
Yes. The IPA Challenge. Yep. New Mexico IPA Challenge. Yeah, it's a nice clear copper, gold copper color. So much fresh hop aroma. I mean, that's one of the things that they get right.
Yeah, they get right with that beer. Dogfish Head, to their credit, too. I don't think it's a bad thing, but to their credit, he is not afraid to experiment with beer.
No, he definitely
not afraid. He is not scared. So
he tries, and he was really. I mean, I think all craft brewers experiment, but he was one of the guys that was like way, at the beginning.
Yeah,
kind of out there and pushing stuff to market that was really, really experimental.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was one of the things was he would try something and be like, what the hell, let's go ahead and sell it.
Yeah, he just
let's put it in some bottles and see what people think.
And that was the thing about it too. Yeah, like I'm sure there was plenty of beers that you could only get at a tap room because everybody does that. You have to kind of do that. But there is a lot of those experimental beers that, bottle it, put it out there. I don't give a rip. Limited edition. You know what I'm saying? You either like it or you don't. But we tried having tons and tons of fun with the explosion of Dogfish Head beer.
Yeah, exactly. Paul's been to the their tap room in Delaware, which is where they're out of Myrtle Beach or wherever. Not Myrtle Beach, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. But and they always have every time he goes, there's always something new on, in the pub. But I mean that's a good. What is it? 6.5%?
Is it? Let's look that up.
I think it's 6%. Yeah.
I haven't looked up that.
I'm gonna see when the last time I checked into this was. I've had it. My check-ins were. I've only checked in once. That's kind of funny. I've had it probably 20 times.
Yeah, I haven't checked in some of
it's only been 3.5 years since I checked into it. August 3rd, 2014.
Well, and how much? What is Untapped? 5 years old?
Yeah.
6 years old, maybe something like that. So, well, maybe it's older than that because this was added 2010.
Yeah.
So,
it's probably been around 7-8 years. Untapped has,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good beer. I mean, I've had it a couple times between 2014 and now, but it's been well over probably a year since I've had it.
Here it is on Untapped. 720,000 ratings on here, so it's been rated a little bit. 4,200 in the last 30 days, so it's been rated recently a little bit. 6% ABV, 60 IBUs, as the name says. That's what they mean, though. It was meant to be 60-minute was the IBU rating on it. 3.88 bottle cap, so it's a very, very, very. Yep. It doesn't get more solid than that, right? When you've got over 700,000 people rating it, and 4,000 in 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get a good judge of where your beer's at. So
I gave it a 4 when I originally, 3 years ago, and I'm standing by that. I mean, it's not, I mean, it's very, very, very solid. Nowadays there's a lot of beers that are a lot like this, but they still do a really good job.
Oh, we got a hottie alert in here too. The tagged friend right here is definitely clickable. She's click worthy. Seinfeld reference there. So yeah, although it was sponge worthy in Seinfeld, of course, but yeah, click worthy here. Brooke, 96 beers, 83 uniques, 80 badges. Wow, she's doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Her badge to, what is that some sort of sex discrimination there, because men have to do twice as much to get,
I don't know. Yeah.
She's practically getting a badge for every beer she drinks.
Badge to beer ratio. Yeah. I mean, that's like, that's like 85. Yeah. She's batting like 850.
I swear. Who could bat that high? Wow. But, yeah, that's, if you haven't tried 60 Minutes from Dogfish Head.
Yeah, it's a good one. And the price is reasonable. I found this on sale at one of my local grocery stores for $9.99 a 6-pack. When one of the other stores was selling Bud Light for $8 a 6-pack. So.
Are you like me? Are you going in there and watching the prices of the big boys going up?
Oh yeah, no, I mean I think a 6-pack of Bud Light has gone up $1 in the last 6 months. It used to be $6.50 to $7. Now it's closer to $8.
Yeah,
when it's not on sale, and it's going on sale less and less too.
Well, and then we talked about it in the Tuesday show. It's going. Like they're making these weird packs, so you got to really pay attention, because they'll have these like, it's an 8-pack.
Yeah.
Like, what? I seen an 8-pack yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I was like, 8-pack, and then you got to pay attention, because it's like, okay,
they're smaller bottles. They're like an 8-pack of 8-ounce bottles.
Yeah,
which is like 64 ounces, whereas a 6-pack of 12 ounces is 72, and you're paying the same price.
Yeah,
which means they're actually making like an extra 15-20%.
They're breaking it down to ounce. They're breaking it down to their cost per ounce, and so they're big enough where they've got the resources to make all these different size bottles, size cans, and size packaging, and really, really micromanage that down to death, and get every little penny out of it.
Squeeze every last little bit they can. Yeah.
Let me cover some of the chat real quick before it gets out of hand. I can't catch up.
Let me log. I haven't gone into. I'll go into the YouTube thing too.
Beer by the numbers. Let me see. We got Coach in there.
Hey, Coach.
So Coach is hollering from work there. Let's see. We've got Earth in there, of course, and Coach and work. I would assume everybody's at work, really. And then Zach says, there's Zach. Hey, so what are you saying, Zach? You haven't been sued yet, and you said you'd love a cease and desist.
Yeah, I'd love one of them cease and desist from like Budweiser.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's free national advertising. You're never going to fight their legal battle. So just why not?
Right? Yeah. There's an interesting little lawsuit there that I seen. What was it? It's where? Oh man! Oh, that's the one I didn't get to save, but it was something about. Wait. No, I thought I still have it.
Yeah, they sent like the jester into the brewery, and it was like, hear ye, you're all being sued by AB InBev, like for dilly.
Okay, no, here we go. I found it. Okay, a federal trademark court. Okay, because it was one craft brewery suing another craft brewery that's trying to start. So the federal trademark court has ruled that Innovation Brewing in North Carolina is clear to register its name and branding. Bell's Brewery in Michigan had argued that the microbrewery's name is too close to two of Bell's marketing phrases. Marketing phrases, okay?
Uh-huh.
Now get this. In opposing Innovation's trademark registration in 2014, Bell argued Innovation's name sounded too much like the bigger brewery's unregistered advertising slogan, bottling innovation since 1985.
Yep.
Bell's also claimed the word inspired, right? Just the word inspired, which Bell's has used on some logos and marketing materials within the phrase inspired brewing. Oh my God.
How can you sue for using a word? I don't know.
Right.
It actually happens more than you guys would like to know.
Yeah. I
And-
can
In town, we've had Renegade and Elevation have sued each other multiple times. The one was actually because of so Elevation Brewing down in Poncha Springs is named Elevation, and Renegade Brewing had a triple IPA called Elevation IPA.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they had to change that. Renegade's been sued by, who was, I think 6 Point sued them for Righteous Rye. And then they renamed it Redacted Rye, which is kind of a dick move.
That is, yeah. 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 So, I mean, so I'm just talking in general, or even
we had a brewery, good friends of mine, just about a mile from my brewery. They were called Denver Pearl Brewing. And Pabst Brewing and Denver Beer Company ganged up on them. They said Denver Beer said they could be the only Denver beer. And Pabst, who started it all, sued for the Pearl Brewing name. Which they don't even brew Pearl beer, I don't think, much anymore.
It's like a dead name.
Well,
I mean,
you
it
know,
wasn't
Zach,
at one point, but maybe they own the rights to the name. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
They were changed to. They changed it to Flat Park Brewing because of that, and that was after the poor bastards won GABF medal under Denver Pearl Brewing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, you're still gonna keep that award.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's but it's so you having. I think you need a cease and desist from Still is what you need. Because Still sells chainsaws and your chain reaction, and you know, I think that's a definite interference. I see the relation there.
I got myself a good trademark lawyer.
I mean,
I use the same trademark guy that Jester King, Great Divide, like all those guys use. So,
okay, tell me about that process.
They did the research before he did it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's getting that ridiculous. So when you come up with a new beer, I mean, what's your process now? You have friends that own other breweries that have been sued, and you
got to research every beer. Like we're still in the thing right now. It's if it's in your market. If you're going to be competitive against it, we don't really care if Four Peaks has the same beer or Goldwater or something like that has the same beer, or Terrapin or something like that, because they're not in a market and direct competition. So that's not seen as infringement as much. We had made a creme brulee imperial milk stout. The year we went into business and wanted to tap that. Southern Tier expanded distribution to Colorado. So
yeah, we better pull out of that one. Yeah,
that was one that we just were like, no,
it's not worth it.
We renamed it Imperial Caramel Vanilla Milk Stout, and that was just too many words.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we called it Indulgence, and that was just boring.
Yeah.
So when you're coming up with a name, is it, how many people sitting around a table, or is it just, okay, let's come up with a name and let's give it, you think about some names over a period of time and then we'll come back to it?
Sometimes they just come to you. Sometimes it just takes a while to fall in order.
Yeah.
Like the milk stout, we're now calling I Have Nipples, Can You Milk Stout Me?
That's a lot of names too. I like the title, but that's a lot of names too. That's not necessarily a name as it is a title, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? To see these other breweries suing other craft breweries over,
Oh, they do all the time. I mean, Avery and Stone were the originals. If you think back, but instead of suing each other, they said, hey, we both have this beer. Why don't we just collaborate on it? And that's where that beer collaboration, not litigation, came from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, if you can ever get a bottle of it again, I mean, it was fabulous.
Yeah, and why isn't there more of that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and there should be. I mean, there's definitely room for it.
Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. That was.
To go to school.
Oh, okay. What time does she go to school?
Not till noon.
Oh, okay.
So go to school, and I got to go drop some kegs off, and
Mama's going to see if I can go to Aya's.
Oh, okay. Then maybe go to Grandma's. Yeah.
That's funny. How many kids can say, you know what? Before I go to school, I got to drop a few kegs off.
Yeah.
Gotta help my dad drop some kegs off.
Yeah. There ain't many of us in our childhood that was our reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most kids are, it was uphill both ways in the snow, all this and that, yeah, we had to drop off kegs before I went to school.
School was wacky, man. School was wacky. I just was informed yesterday because the wife's been kind of sick. It's like, so I packed a snack for the day. Yeah, I gave her a bunch of pistachios. Apparently, that's a big no-no.
Oh, really? Why?
You can't send these kids to school with any nuts.
Oh.
Why?
But I don't know. Apparently, they're all going to die or something.
You can't send your.
There might be one kid in the entire school that has a nut allergy, and
you can't even send them with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like a big deal. No nuts. And here I just cracked 50 damn pistachios and going, I'm pissed off. Damn it, that took work.
I'm suing.
Yeah, I'm suing. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy because, peanut butter and jelly was your school sandwich. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a matter of strawberry jam or grape jam or,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I thought it was nuts are a good healthy snack.
Yeah.
They are. They're an excellent snack.
Yeah, they're an excellent snack. I still don't get that. So you have a nut allergy, so it's my problem, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have asthma. Are they going to dehumidify the whole school? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a little bit of CYA there. They don't want to, they don't want to be put in a position where they could be sued for it. Talking about lawsuits.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. You know, I can remember when other kids I was raising were in school, and the things that were so different than when I went to school. It blew me away. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Is I hate to get into all that because that'll turn political. Dilly. We have.
Be careful, you might be sued.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Share American National for counter lawsuit.
Well, speaking of touchy situations, here we go. We're going into the Super Bowl. Okay. It's I love the Super Bowl and I hate it at the same time. These are the things I hate about the Super Bowl. We're in the 2 weeks leading into the Super Bowl right now, and everyone will start saying the big game because they can't even say Super Bowl, for Christ's sake, right?
Yeah.
That's how touchy the NFL started getting about it. And now I think they're retracting on it a little bit because their ratings are down, like 15% down.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden they're going to start pulling back because they're losing a little momentum. You know what I'm saying, in the ratings and stuff. So I'm interested to see how delicate they treat that sort of thing, because I mean, if you were on any sort of network at all, you could not television network that was, you could not or cannot use the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They start saying
the big game or
Yeah. So it's
just so funny because they've enforced it so much that now, and anytime you say anything different, everybody knows what it is anyway. So I guess it worked.
Yeah, it's one of those things that leads into the Super Bowl. Drives me insane. It does. It's the part that bugs me.
Yeah.
So I had an interesting experience. Okay, yesterday. All right. Well, the last 2 days actually, I've had to go to the dentist. Right, and I think most of us at least been to the dentist once in our life, at least. I hadn't been in a few years. It was my first time going to the dentist since I've been in Phoenix, actually. So
I'm going to the dentist next week.
Oh, good luck, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have they prepared you? Has your parents prepared you for the dentist visit?
Yeah. I'm brushing your teeth.
Are you flossing?
We don't have flossers, but we have them in the bathroom.
Yes,
Okay.
your mouth is in the bathroom. Yeah.
Does she use a water pick?
She is it's kind of like a water pick thingy.
I'm being introduced. I was just told about water picks yesterday. I literally had never really heard of one.
They make your mouth feel pretty cool.
They taste pretty good too.
I have watched about 12 YouTube videos on water picks now, so I am a water pick expert at this point. And we have youngsters present, so I will stop there.
Okay. Yeah. Innovative uses.
But there's some creative uses for some of the cordless water picks that
I can imagine
have come up after seeing all the different modes that these things have. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. There's alternative uses for these things. I get it.
It's always good. If you're going to buy something, you might as well get something that's a multitasker.
Yeah, it is a multitasker.
It's a good use of your money.
Yeah.
If you can do more than one thing, it's good.
It can do a lot more than one thing, let me tell you. Oh my God. I had, I guess I've seen these devices like in Walmart or wherever, and just never paid too much attention to them. And then when what do you call the person that cleans your teeth, a hygienist, right?
Yeah.
So I have some gum disease. So my gums have retracted a little bit, right?
Mhm.
I have some gaps in there. So she recommended a water pick, and I was like, a water pick?
Mhm.
You're blowing my mind right now. What are you talking about? A water pick? You know what I'm saying? So she educated me a little bit in the office there yesterday. And then I was like, I swear to God, I'm going to look this up on Amazon, because Amazon Hello is my social network for those of you that don't know. That's where I spend all my time. If it's not on YouTube, it's on Amazon.
I just got my first order of groceries from Amazon.
Oh, you did?
Fresh.
Did you do the Amazon Fresh?
Yep.
How'd you like it?
All the fruit. We're sitting here eating some of the fruit right now, and I mean, it was excellent. The eggs were pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Not broken?
No, nothing was broken. The milk was on par.
Mm-hmm.
Milk too? Okay.
I didn't get any. I didn't venture into the meat yet.
Okay.
I was a little not sure on the meat, so I'm going to try some meat next time.
Okay.
But I liked it. I mean, it's a way to. I think when you're at the store, you just buy pointless crap.
That's that's the whole point. For me, that's why I'm like this. I'm not as much of a. I like Costco. I like Costco. I just don't want to go to Costco. You know what I'm saying? So because what I don't like, this is what I don't like about. Okay, and I was such a pro Costco person. You guys know. You guys have seen me over the years, and I was Costco. Now that I'm more budget conscious than I have ever been in my whole life, I watch every penny. Right? I'm not super tight, but I'm just really conscious of every penny I'm spending and where I'm putting it. And Costco's whole thing, and people that go there are just like, oh, I spent $300 and I don't even know what I got. You know what I'm saying? It's just that whole mentality. It's that whole mentality when you go into a Costco that you just lose yourself. An impulse buy here, an impulse buy there. Now, are you saying, is Amazon the cheapest? No. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But what shopping online does is it keeps you on point, just like Zach said. You're not going to just impulse. Well, you do, right? You do online. You impulse buy, but I don't think you do it as much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my thing with Costco is like my sister-in-law is a major Costco freak, and it's like, well, yeah, I just got 5 pounds of strawberries. Okay, well, how many of those are you going to throw?
Yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, I mean, we go to Costco every week, but we have like just the core stuff that we get at Costco, and
I think it's great for like
that all the time. Yeah,
it's great for like paper material as far or trash bag, mass stuff like that. But
oh yeah. I mean, we get some of our meat there, and we freeze it. You know, we get a big pack. The price is good, the quality is good, so we use like 1/4 of it, freeze 3/4. I get coffee there. You know, some frozen stuff. You know, eggs, some produce. But yeah, you do have to be careful because they are so intelligent at positioning stuff at the end caps, right where you're doing this and out. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. We'll spend less than normally would be like maybe $50 or so at a time because it's mostly groceries, that type of stuff. And I think we're like the lowest of almost everybody. Everybody else is like, it's $200, $175, $275.
It is nothing for people that don't have it. Let's be clear, don't have it to drop $200 to $300 a visit in there.
Yeah.
And just,
very easy.
It's so easy to do. Now,
it's just, I don't need that mass amount of stuff. If you go to the store every week and just do it or order your stuff every week, plan out what you need. So like on Amazon, I figured out, I can place that for my paper towels, my toilet paper and trash bags, and like floor toilet cleaner. I group all those 4 together and I buy enough for 3 months at a time. Amazon discounts you because it's bulk, but then gives you 15% off every 3 months.
Yep, for subscribe and save thing. Yep.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like on Amazon is the pantry. There's some things they try to force you into getting the pantry,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like that Amazon pantry box thing they have. I think they need to let that go. But for the most part, I find I can save because I don't necessarily need to. I mean, what are they truly doing at Costco? They're giving you these big packs. A lot of times they're 3 kind of large packages in a bigger package, and you'll use that. It's kind of the same sort of deal. You're going in there and you're buying a huge pack, and then you get it home and you break off these 3 individual packs or 4 individual packs of something more that you're going to use on a daily basis, and then you have to store that until you're ready to use it. And I'm getting really used to the Amazon model where you just subscribe to it. Give me the smaller, bigger pack individually, and then just send it to me every 3 months when I need it, or every 2 months when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it definitely. I use Amazon subscribe and save for some stuff. We use Costco for some of the larger stuff. And I use the local grocery store for the other stuff. But it's all pretty much the same stuff at each place all the time. Because usually the stuff at Costco, if you don't waste it, it's less expensive. But the stuff is subscribe and save is usually cheaper, and you can like you do, Zach. You just get it whenever you need it. Mm-hmm. And then the grocery stores for the other stuff. But you do have to, and all 3, no matter what you're doing, you do have to pay attention because it is easy.
It is way too easy.
Don't have a few extra beers and go drunk shopping on Amazon because you'll find a lot of stuff you really want. Yeah.
That'll throw so much money away. I've done that before.
Yeah. Hey, what's this 80-inch big screen doing? Well, it was a good price. It was 10% off.
Right. Yeah.
Well, if I bought it, mine was, you ever get drunk on Amazon and 120 packs of ramen show up at your door?
Yeah.
Not like regular top ramen, like the weird Chinese ones that you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
real one, not the Americanized version.
Yeah.
I got playful one night and got on Amazon, and apparently I found this out the next day when I looked at the bank receipt and then went, what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
And then I had to look at my browser history to find out really what the hell I did. All I did was on Amazon type in hot shit. And I just bought like ghost pepper peanuts, spicy queso, like all these really hot, like scorpion pepper jerky, different sauces. And it ended up being like $85 worth of just
my God,
whatever came off of the title hot shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, that brings up, did you guys see that there's going to be Doritos and Pepsi are going to do like back-to-back commercials during the Super Bowl?
Oh boy.
The guy that played Tyrion Lannister, the short guy, and then is it Morgan Freeman? Not Morgan Freeman. Samuel L. Jackson or whatever are doing it. But they've got a new flavor of Doritos called Blaze.
Yeah.
And it's the tagline, it's like licking a volcano. So I don't know.
Whoa.
But they're doing a back-to-back, like 2 30-second commercials that end up being a minute. One doing the chips and the other one doing Pepsi or whatever. I guess that's novel. I mean, nobody's ever done it like that, so I don't know. But
interesting.
Yeah. But the chips were supposed to be like licking a volcano, so I don't know how hot. I haven't seen them in the stores. I've been looking for them, but I'm going to buy a bag when I get them and see how hot they are.
So what was the name of the chip again?
Doritos Blaze, BLAZE.
They've put it out in a couple of test markets here and there.
Okay, all right. So maybe the Super Bowl is like their national rollout commercial.
Yeah. That'll be the next Taco Bell taco.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're a Blaze taco. Yep.
Yeah. So is everybody going for the Eagles this next weekend?
Yeah. I'm actually going for the Patriots, man. I think they'll do it again. I have a lot of
to win, or who you think's going to win.
I actually want the Patriots to win. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of in between. I really just want to see a good game, actually.
Yeah.
Because I do really like Chris Long a lot. I mean, he's a longtime Ram, and he went through a lot of the suffering to finally have a chance to get back-to-back rings. He's with the Patriots last year and this year with the Eagles. So, if either team wins, but I have to admit I do enjoy watching right now this ride with the Patriots. I mean, to me, I love watching greatness. I love watching how great people stay on top. How they do it is amazing to me. I mean, what was that?
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, it's once you reach the top, it is hard to stay on top. And we're seeing something we have not seen in modern sports, man. We have not seen this in the NFL. Period. We have not.
The only thing that you could relate it to is now, and this was before really the NFL even got started. Bart Starr had 6 championships. So this technically puts, I mean, not to say Bart Starr was better than Brady or anything like that, but that was a totally different time. And that was world domination of what the Packers had with Bart Starr. And it was 6 champions. That's why I was always kind of, Brady's got 5, but he still doesn't have 6 like Starr. And those weren't Super Bowls, but 2 of those were Super Bowls. Others were whatever they called the league before the
NFL championships, right? Yeah, NFL championships.
I mean, but still, you've got. To me, it's still, even without another win, that's still 8. That's still 8 times, right? Isn't it? Is it 8 times going to the Super Bowl in like what 17 years? I mean, that has not been done. I think this is the 9th, is it not? Is this the 9th visit by that team? So if they won it, it'd be 6 and 9.
Yeah, I mean that's an insane win percentage. I mean that's like
that's what I'm saying. You've never seen this before. This is not. This has never been done. Not in that time period. That by nobody. Nobody. It's even if they don't win.
What did the Bulls do? The Bulls won
6.
Bulls won 6 out of 8, right? Or was it 6 out of 9?
It might have been
because they did lose a couple.
Yeah, they did lose a couple.
Didn't they lose to the Jazz and the Rockets? Or
I'm not sure that. Did Jordan ever lose a finals?
I thought he did to Utah.
I don't think Jordan. I think that's what makes Jordan unique is he didn't lose a finals. Once he got there, he lost. He lost. I think playoff games.
Yeah,
I don't remember. And that's what separates him from any sort of LeBron talk to me. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think
he will always be the greatest.
LeBron's the one that's lost some finals. Am I wrong?
There will never be another Michael Jordan.
And see, that's what's happening right now. Is there's a lot of Brady Jordan talk, like, and to me, it's no question, man. It's no question. And football is America's pastime. I'm only talking America, but it's America's pastime. It's baseball used to hold that throne for a long time.
And didn't NASCAR have it for about a year and a half?
Well, and that some people are comparing it to Johnson as well. Jimmy Johnson, he's got 6 and he's still up there, man. Jimmy Johnson, I mean. I don't think it compares, and this is why I don't think it compares, because NASCAR season is so long. and it's basically like the playoffs every week. You're racing the same guys every week, week in, week out, year after year after year, and they know each other like a book, and you still beat them. Like that's unprecedented. That's, to me, like, that's tough, man. To me, that's the ultimate. To me, that's like, and at the same time, you're risking your life. Like you could die out there. You know, you can die in football, but it hasn't happened in a long time. You know, there was some comparisons. I think what were they saying? Eisenhower or I forget what president it was, but during his reign, I think it was like 17 players died. You know what I'm saying? And so he had to make some sort of, thing that say, hey, we need to make this a little safer, chief. You know what I'm saying? You can keep your game, but damn, 17 people dying in 1 year, man. Come on, like that's what football was really, really. So it's come a long way.
I've got the cigar lounge I go to downtown. Palama, the guy that owns it, his cousin used to play, back in the 70s. Mike Palama played for the Cowboys, Browns, and Packers back in the 70s. But he was like a 7th-round pick out of Notre Dame or whatever, defensive dude. And he goes, but yeah, you didn't make money on it those days. It was totally different. There wasn't a big players union. He goes, all I did with everything I made in the NFL, I bought myself a Cadillac and I eat steak every night of my life.
Yeah. That's it. It's well, you even have Long talking about the differences from when he played to his boy now. He's been talking about it this whole week. The differences between him and his son, and how giving he is. Talking about Chris Long, how giving Chris is. I mean, he didn't take his salary all year this year. He gave it to charity. I mean, he's a very, very cool dude, man. And how he says that it's due to the money he's made in his career. How he says, when he got signed, I think he said he got like $78,000, and he, just like you said, Zach, bought a car, and you know what I'm saying, and that was about it. It wasn't even a nice one, Do
you guys watch that show Better Late Than Never?
No.
No.
It's William Shatner. What is it? Howard, the guy that played the Fonz, Henry Winkler.
Okay.
George Foreman and Terry Bradshaw.
Oh wow. Huh.
And the four of them travel and go to foreign countries together.
Oh really?
It is hilarious.
What's the name of that again?
It's called Better Late Than Never.
Really? And it's a TV series.
Yeah.
What?
Huh.
It's hilarious because Bradshaw, I always like Terry Bradshaw. He just cracks me up.
Oh, it's NBC. No wonder I haven't seen it.
If I could meet like a couple of people and have a beer and a cigar with a couple, Terry Bradshaw is one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I get exactly.
He cracked me up, and then George Foreman is on there, and he's just such a sweet soul. And Shatner kind of plays that know-it-all.
Huh.
This young kid kind of escorts them to these different countries, books them at weird hotels.
That is a hell of a combination of people, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's such a fun thing to watch.
You've got four larger-than-life personalities kind of going out and exploring the world. Yeah.
Oh, and they all start kind of joking with each other. If you're, especially since you guys are more from that era,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you'd get a kick out of it.
That's
yeah.
a very nice way of saying you guys are old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, Henry Winkler. I mean,
I remember when all these guys were in their prime.
exactly. Yeah,
I watched them all in their prime. That's
yeah.
how we know we're old.
Yeah.
All these 75 and 80-year-old guys, 70 and 80-year-old guys, we watched them in their prime.
In their prime, yeah.
One of the episodes was really cool that George Foreman got to meet some kid that he fought. The parents and the whole family of them.
Oh, okay.
It was the guy that he fought in the Olympics.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that was pretty cool because they said that they always wanted to have a rematch, but the guy died before they could ever do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in my Hulu. Oh, it didn't. How come it didn't go right to it? Oh man. I'm gonna put it in my Hulu to watch. I'm not an NBC guy, but I do like good shows, and every once in a while even they have one, so I'll put it in my watch list there on Hulu. That way I don't have to watch the commercials. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly.
You'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in its second season too, so okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Check that out.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
All right, guys. You have a good weekend. I've got a meeting video meeting I got to be in a few minutes. So
no problem.
Take care. I'll see you then.
All right.
Okay, man.
Bye.
We'll see you.
See you.
Right on, man. So yeah, we've got a good show to watch now, man. A better late than never. From because these guys are characters. I would imagine. I don't know that much about Henry Winkler, but I would imagine, as a group with the other guys, he's probably pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I see we have Odeed in the chat right now. Earth's still in there as well. You have Jason in there. Oh, they were asking Mark for the Andre the Giant mug. He's got his big Andre the Giant mug. And Jason says, I'm jealous. And then Earth says, NASCAR is the good old boys in the South pastime. and Craig likes F1 over NASCAR. Now, when you get into that kind of racing, you'll have F1 over IndyCar, over NASCAR sort of arguments. And I don't know if it's just I do like NASCAR. I do watch. I'm a fan of NASCAR. Not as much as I used to be. I used to really follow it. I have the same problem a lot of fans did once they started going into all these other networks. Like NBC had them for a while, so NBC was putting it off on its cable network. Same thing with Fox. Fox was doing the same thing. And then you struggle to find it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just tune into the big affiliate at whatever channel they are in your local market and find it. It was very hard. So the last 2 seasons have been hard for me to follow because I just don't know where to find it a lot of times. And then as a cord cutter, that's even more challenging. And I've actually taken the time to. I don't write people that often. Like I don't write my favorite radio show host and chime in on whatever they're talking about. I'm not that guy, but I have written NASCAR emails a couple times to let them know, hey man, what about us cord cutters? You guys are cutting us out. You're hurting for fans, for viewership, and you're cutting us out. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this coming season's a little easier to follow because it has been harder. But the F1 over NASCAR, I have to say, man, the F1 guys, when they come to NASCAR, they have a hard time. They have a harder time than the NASCAR guys going to that do go. There's not many, but that do go to F1 or IndyCar. those guys, they have a tough time. The NASCAR guys going over with the style of racing, and you really can't touch and all that sort of thing, like they do in NASCAR. But they do have a very hard time. There's very few F1 guys that have had a lot of success. There's been some big names, but they were big names in F1 before they even came over. So of course they stayed big names. But it's a and then Beer Cheer says Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart's another big one. But if you're a Nintendo fan. I don't know that I've ever played Mario Kart. I have to think about that for a minute. But I'll follow up on my thoughts on the dentist office. But I did go to the dentist. I'm still sipping on the last little bit of this pumpkin latte from Breckenridge. So I'll get that down. Crack open another beer before I start a story. Another one of these Belching Beaver coconut pineapple. Oh, let me put it back here a little bit. Man, darn thing is jacking up my lighting here. Let me see. I guess it's off of the screen. I didn't realize that. There. I didn't realize. I thought it was coming from up here, but it's actually right here. So it's the coconut pineapple IPA. It's actually really, really good. I don't know if you can still find it. But if you can, get one. Let me see if they have it on the bottle here. I'm sure they do. Yeah, 6.6% ABV. Oh, eat it, Neri! Look at that smoke, baby! Woo! Man, we haven't had smoke like that. Oh, see, I got all excited. Look at the head on that bad boy. I mean, I got all excited. Look at that thing. That's worth it. I don't even care. Did you see the smoke on that bad boy? Oh, bravo. Golf clap for that. Bravo, right? That's the old Tiger Woods is back in golf clap right there. Bravo, right? That's the old golf clap like that. Oh, that was thrilling, wasn't it? I mean, come on. If you're a smoke fan, that was it right there. We have not had Neri on the show in a while already. He came in, I think, a week or two ago for a minute from work sort of thing or something like that. He couldn't really jump in. And we got some good Neri smoke, man, because he is the king of smoke, right? I need to play that, right? Let me see. Hold on a second. I'll play it. Hold on. Patience. I'll play it. I've got it right here. Let me cue it. Let me cue the mic. When you talk smoke, you have to play this.
I'm the king of smoke. There is none higher.
Yeah.
Call me sire. I won't stop smoking until I retire. Now I rock the party.
Yeah.
Smoke is on time. And here's got the right to smoke. The love left. Others can't stand it, but give me respect.
That's right. How many other people have their own smoke song, man? That's Neri, man, because he's the king of smoke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Neri would not bow to that presentation. I am sure. That's what her says, man. Yeah, Drunken One says, I love that 6-finger head, man. Yeah, you know what? That's like, it's now shrunk down to a 6-finger head. It was like, I don't even know. It's like a whole glass head or something. It was like the beer to foam ratio in this thing was crazy. Yeah. It was now it's kind of like this. It looks like a Duval type head right now. But it's the smell in this thing is fantastic. I've got a huge beer. What would you call it? A beer crush? Is it a beer crush? A brewery crush? I have a brewery crush, maybe. Is that the right way to say that? With Belching Beaver, I really like this brewery, man. I like them. I like a lot of things they do. Not every single thing, but most things they do. And the same thing for Goldwater here locally, man. That oof. I mean, look at that thing, man. Look at that. Look how nice and cloudy that is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and the nose on this beer, man. It's real floral, fruity. Oh, it's real light smelling, but still got that nice hoppy note to it. Just slight little bit of grassiness in the back. Yeah, that's right. I'm holding it with two fingers at the bottom of the glass, like a total snob, right? Not messing around with it. Look at that. That's total. Look, I've got the finger tucked in though. I guess full snob would have been just to hold them out, both of them, because that's the type of arrogance you are. You know what I'm saying? Or you fan them out like that, right? That's yeah. Let's see. Mm. Oh. Right. Yeah, that would be. Anyway, let me tell you about this because I'm curious if anybody else has these sort of experiences. So when you go to the dentist, right? And I hadn't been to the dentist in a couple of years, right? And I admit that, okay. And so I knew that this was going to be a big visit, right? So when I went the day before, dentist checked me out. They did all the X-rays, all that sort of thing, and the doctor, he says, your teeth look good. It's, you not being to the dentist in a couple of years, everything looks really good. I mean, you've got, and these are no big secrets. I mean, I know I've got some gum, receding and some gum disease, and so they, my gums have receded a little bit, so I have some gaps in between my teeth, and these aren't no secrets. I knew that going in, right? So I do try to floss and all that sort of thing quite a bit. I do brush twice a day with a soft toothbrush now, because I'm from that generation, I think, of people that, you had that theory growing up. It was that, like, buy the hard toothbrush. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be better, right? Because I'm really cleaning my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like a real stiff scrub brush on your bathtub or something. You're like, yeah, this has got to be better, right? Soft brush got to be bad, cleaning the bathtub. So same thing with your teeth. Hard brush got to be better. And actually, you were scrubbing away all your gums. You know what I'm saying? So, in any case, he said, well, our hygienist ain't here today, so you got, come back again, and then we'll clean your teeth. Okay. So, because I had made the appointment kind of last minute. So they gave me an appointment for the very next day. So I went yesterday, and then I was having some problems right here. Every once in a while, not all the time, but every once in a while, I would bite down and it would just, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking, what is worse than tooth pain? What pain? Even women will be like, I don't know, man, I got to get this fixed now because this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. It's just, right? It changes your whole mood. You will not eat because you know what I'm saying? And that's what would happen. I'd get that pain. I'd go, oh, I'm done eating. You know what I'm saying? Because I ate, you know what I'm saying? But it would only be every once in a while. So he said, yeah, you got a little piece of a filling that came out right there. So when you come back for the cleaning, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of dreading this cleaning because I have sensitive teeth. You know what I'm saying? And so I was, okay, this is going to be a rough one. I'm trying to, all right, man, come on. You can do it. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get myself psyched up for this cleaning. And so I get in there, and I don't know what I was thinking, but the area that the dentist is at, there's some decent crap breweries around that area. And I was thinking, okay, I'll go to the dentist. I'll get the cleaning, get the filling, and I'll go have some beers after. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe I'll bring home some crowlers. You know what I'm saying? And hadn't been to those breweries in a while. And one of them I was going to visit, I hadn't been to at all. So I was like, yeah, let me go check these out. Duh. I didn't realize he was going to, I've just completely spaced it that he was going to numb my mouth. Right. So the minute I sit down in the chair, he's like, okay, let me numb your mouth. And then I was like, oh yeah, stupid. No beer for you. You know what I'm saying? So I, he gives me the shot. Right. And then he waits a while, and then they come back in and try to start drilling and all that sort of thing. And just the sound of those devices is like, it's just like, right? It just gets you in the mood to not do this at all. You're like, you know what? Like, oh man. Like, picture your wife, right? Like, if your wife was like, I really need you to do this and that on the honey-do list, you know what I'm saying? And if she had one of those drills in her hand, like, if that's the consequence, you'd be all over getting your chores done, right? Your chores. I'm calling them your chores, your list, right? You'd be all over getting that done, because you're not going to go through that kind of pain, right? It's just like, I mean, the sound of those things, that little, and I don't know, So anyway, he got in there, and then he had to shoot me again because it was still a little sensitive in there. So he shot me again, and he goes, "Well, you know what? you might as well get the cleaning done. Get the cleaning done, and then when you come back, we'll finish that little filling, and you're out of here." Right on, So they start doing the cleaning. And like I said, I got sensitive teeth. You know what I'm saying? So a cleaning, I can get through it. It's just always, a little challenging, right? And then they always seem to get the pick and just stay in those spots that are like so sensitive, and you're like, right? And they're like, "How are you doing?" And okay. Right? Because they got all this stuff in your mouth. That was the easiest cleaning ever, because I was already numbed up, at least on the bottom. The top I could still feel, pretty decent, but I was like, this is the best cleaning ever. They ought to do this to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. It was, because you're doing the butt chair dance. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, and then you kind of lose control of what your hands are doing on the little handles there. You know what I'm saying? And so your hands are on the handles here. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, your hands are like all of these kind of, you're like, oh, let me be cool. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh my God. It's just like the most, you try to be cool and you can't, because you just, the sounds of these things and the scraping noises. And the problem is that even when I couldn't feel it, because he just shot me on this side, but it seemed to spread all right here as well, which was great, because these teeth are really sensitive, and they spend like a half hour per tooth right there too. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, please be done. You know what I'm saying? And they switch sides. They'll get the damn thing, and they're like, right? And she's trying to be as nice as she can, and she's trying to have conversation. You're like, you know what? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm getting my teeth wrung over here. And then they switch sides. Oh, you thought that one was bad. Wait till you get this side. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, that ain't getting it. And then they reach over and they grab another one, Whoop, let me get this one. Oh, yeah. Wait till you see this one. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh my God, make it stop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the scraping noises. Oh, it's just, does anybody have this experience? I mean, it can't be just me. Oh, you're just so, and this is good for you. It's for the best, but you're just like, oh, you're so happy it's over, right? Oh my God, it's so, yeah, dilly to having the dentist appointments over, right? Because some people at work, they'll say, oh, thank God it's Friday. I'm like, hey, you still got to work. I like Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon is the best, right? Because then you're done. We're done. Friday morning, no, thank God it. No, because we still have to work. Like Friday afternoon, right? Thank God it's Friday, because I'm done, right? I get a little 2-day vacation, 2-day vacay, right? I like to call it the vacay. You know what I'm saying? Because you come back on Monday, and people are like, right? How was your weekend? Oh, I was on vacation. You were on vacation? What? Where'd you go? They get all excited, right? Yeah, I was on my 2-day, vacation. You got one too, right? All of a sudden people are interested, right? Yeah. But I got through my cleaning and my filling. The filling wasn't that bad because I was already numb to the. So after that, it was a matter of you might have seen my posting. I'll show you my posting on Instagram. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But the doctor said don't eat nothing for an hour, right? At least an hour, because you're numbed up. He said you're gonna bite your face off if you know what I'm saying, if you eat anything, because he said that, and I was like, why? Oh, because the filling needs to set. And he goes, no, man, you'll bite your face off. That's what he said. Your cheek. Well, you'll bite your cheek off. You'll bite your tongue off. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm like, okay, traffic's really bad and everything. By the time I get back in my area, it'll be an hour. So yeah, it was that kind of traffic. So, because I'm looking at the Google and everything, on the phone there, the maps, and so it was like an hour of traffic. Great. Because I got out like at 4:30 in the afternoon, and that's like prime traffic. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, okay, by the time I get back in my area, maybe I can go to this pizza shop, order a pizza. That'll be another 15, 20 minutes, right? And then drive home from there. And, I should be good. A couple hours later, it'd be good, right? And it was, so I did that. And I'm sitting there waiting for the pizza. It took me, about an hour and a half to get to the pizza place. I ordered the pizza. So, by the time I got home, it was, a couple hours later. And so let me show you my Instagram. I'll show you my Instagram because I took a picture of the pizza. And the reason I took a picture, there's a reason I took this picture. You might have seen the picture of the pizza in my Instagram, and this is it. And the reason I took this picture of the pizza is because the way you see it and you didn't get to taste it is exactly what I did, because I couldn't feel my mouth still. My mouth was still numb as crap. I was just sitting there like you are now looking at this pizza. And that's why this is my sister out here. And that's why she hashtag dental work, and she was laughing at me. And that's why she hashtag no pizza for you, because she knew that I was just sitting there looking at this pizza and I couldn't eat it. And to make things worse, all I had, I was so busy. This is sometimes what happens to you, or to me in my case, as a photographer when I'm editing. And then I had some other things going on as well. So I was pretty busy that morning and that day. So all I really had to eat was a kind of a medium-sized bowl of strawberries, chopped strawberries and bananas. And this wasn't this morning, that morning's bowl, but this is a very similar bowl. So, and I didn't have coffee yesterday morning. I had water all day, but a similar bowl like this of strawberries and bananas, right? And so yeah, that's all I had. So I was starving, and I'm just sitting there looking at this darn pizza. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, oh, this is a fantastic. If you have not had this, you should get some, man. I think there's still a little bit left. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh. Oh, what do we got here, man? We've got we got Kent in the chat. Still, let's see here there. Oh, yeah, see, Sparky's doing the same thing I always do. Yeah, he's calling him Kent, and he's actually Craig, but he's used to it now. He's used to being called Kent. Yeah, Beard Cheer says can't stand the dentist office, but necessary for a good beer smile. I know, right? Yeah, see, right? I got my little smile going on now. And he says, yeah, it got me rolling over here. Sparky says, thanks so much, Earth. I think it's going to turn out well. Let's see. Nick says, what's up? And also says, dilly dilly. Awesome. Yep. Dilly dilly. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then let's see. Drunken One says, all right, Joe D, we're going to have to ask you to turn in your man card. Yeah, to turn in my man card for holding the glass like that. Yeah. When you hold your glass like a total whatever like this, and then you go, full pinky out this way, yeah, that's grounds for you just got to give it up. Just turn in your man guard, right? And maybe you'll have a chance to get it back later. Kingdom Down says, I like Friday because it reminds me the weekend is just around the corner, but I never do anything, so I enjoy the Friday feeling more than the actual weekend. Yeah. And then Kingdom Down says, you talk a lot. Yeah, I do, man. I do. I talk. You're not the first one to say that. Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Craig. I appreciate it. He says, we'll still watch your shows whenever they move. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's been a little bit of a stressful thing for me, man, because I like I don't do the reviews that much, right? And who am I kidding? But not as much as I used to. But I do still like to pop out videos, and the Share a Beer show, and you guys are just like a huge family. You know what I'm saying? And so it's disappointing that this has to happen, but hey, we'll adjust. I mean, we've been through changes what seems like every few years, and we'll go through another one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I have to show this. This is a picture that I posted this morning of my grandson, man. This is when I first went down there and seen them, and yeah, he was all excited to see me and all thrilled about the camera. Of course, he's looking at the camera, and I don't know, maybe he'll turn into a little photographer. But yeah, that's my grandson. He's my oldest grandchild. He's about to be 3. And so he has a sister now. And so I have 2 grandchildren. And so yeah, they're my pride and joy. And it was a lot of fun hanging out with them for sure. Let me see. Oh, Jay says, I saw the Dilly Dilly Budweiser commercial. Dilly Dilly, man. At least you have good teeth. Yeah, it's they're still healthy, so I try, you know what I'm saying? I try to take care of them the best I can. So for anybody else that has some, because it's a pretty common thing, man. You get older and you lose some of your bone. That's the base that holds you lose. Things start receding a little bit. They can, and they don't have to, but they can. As you get older, you start to lose some of the bone, and then the gums go with it, right? And that's the way I might be wrong, but that's the way it was explained to me, right? And so you just keep, like the doctor told me yesterday. He's like, you just keep, good, clean procedures on a daily basis. Scrub twice a day, and floss once a day at least, and you should be good to go. Keep nice, strong, healthy teeth for quite some time. So that's what I try to do. And then yesterday they introduced that water pick option to me. I didn't know anything. I'd never heard of a water pick. I didn't know what that was. So of course, once I did get home and I'm staring at the pizza because I can't eat it and I can't do anything else, I couldn't even drink. And I didn't have any straws in the house. I didn't realize I didn't have any straws. So I was just sitting there. I just couldn't, I couldn't even drink water. I was for a while at least. And then eventually, I was able to open my mouth because I didn't realize that I couldn't open it that far until I had to yawn. Oh, I had to yawn, and I was like, oh, because my jaw hurt over here. It's still a little tender. It's still a little tender over here from the shots on this side. But, oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's a great commercial, isn't it? Now I don't know anybody else seen that the Bud Light one, and of course the Dilly Dilly commercials of Bud Light. And I only got. Let's see if we can pull that up. Because what's the late? That's the to me. I think that's the latest Dilly Dilly commercial, right? I'm spelling wrong too. Latest. Just so good. Two friends you can. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the latest one here. Oh yeah, you've got to. Now, I don't have the best audio thing to put it to you on here, but if you haven't seen it, this is the latest one. Okay, so, and I only got to see it that one time for the 45 seconds that it was on air, and that was it. That was all I got to see it. So this will be a good one for me too. I'm gonna turn up the volume. Oh, as soon as I started here, maybe.
Men, women, dilly dilly. Sure, we may be outnumbered. 21. They may have more men, more horses. And their horses may be faster and more intelligent than ours. They have arrows with fire, which probably don't hurt more than the regular ones. And unlike them, we have very little training. Look, I'm gonna level with you guys. We're out of Bud Light. And they have some! So dilly dilly!
And then to be continued, yeah. So you can. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Is this a 2-minute? What is this? Oh, I have not seen it. Is this a spoof? Oh, it's from Bud Light. Oh, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want if they're gonna show these during the Super Bowl. I don't want spoiler commercials, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see too much. You know, I would rather see it during the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn that off right away. I don't want to. But that one was really good. I like that one because he's like, okay, they've got 10 times more men than we do, and it's great. I love that commercial, man. It's great. The only motivation he could give them, he was like, look, I'm gonna level with you. We're out of Bud Light. And they've got some. That's the only thing he can give them. You know what I'm saying? So Nick's asking, where's the IPA out of? Now, this is from Belching Beaver. If you've not heard of Belching Beaver Brewery, they are fantastic. They are out of Oceanside, California, and they are a really good brewery. Just another really good, solid. Oh man, how come it's not working now? It was working earlier. What's up with that? Darn it! Now it's working from the top. This is the coconut IPA. Oh, it is really good. I've got one more bottle of it. It is really good. Tell you what, I'll look it up and then I'll log it on my Untapped here. Where's my Untapped page? Let's share the screen. Present to everyone. Okay, so let me. This is the coconut pineapple IPA. Belching Beaver. Oh yeah, I've only logged it a couple times, so log it again. Oh, Arizona Strong. Yeah, so this, if you're in the Arizona area, February 10th, this is our Strong Beer Festival here in this area. So that is an announcement to you right there. The 18th, Arizona Strong Beer Festival is home to 150 breweries and over 500 top craft beers on tap on 9 acres. Arizona's largest and best, is the perfect launch pad for Arizona Beer Week. So it's all apparently it's leading into Arizona Beer Week as well. So this is the coconut pineapple IPA, 1600 in the last, well, total altogether, and 12 in the last 30 days. 6.6%, no IBUs rated on here, and a 3.52 rating. But man, it's just really good. It's really good. Let me show you some pictures in case, you know, because you couldn't see mine that great, so you can see these pictures better. Oh, got a picture of someone's dog there, more so than the beer, but there's a better picture. Look at the label, Belching Beaver Brewery, coconut pineapple IPA with natural flavors added. It's a really good brew. It's a great look at the beer right there. Nice glass. Same exact labeling and everything. So what is this? He must have got it bottled somewhere or canned somewhere. Yeah, that must be a crowler because it's like a reflection, right? So very, very good. I don't know what my rating is on there. Also, now I've got 3 on there. So yeah, it's a pretty solid beer. Real good. So if you can pick it up, go for it. But I was wondering about that. Oh, and then speaking of that pizza, so I had to let that pizza get cold, and I didn't even get to have a slice of it until late last night. Now I'm gonna leave you guys with this, okay? So what I'm curious about is your cold pizza experience. All right. So do you reheat your pizza? Do you leave it to room temperature and then eat it at room temperature, or do you reheat it? Do you reheat it in the oven? If you reheat it, where do you heat it at? Do you heat it in the microwave? Do you nuke it for 30 seconds or so in the microwave and then have it? How do you have your cold pizza, right? Once it's, cooled off, to room temperature, or do you leave your, and then let's say it's your leftover, you're full. Do you put it in Ziplocs and then leave it on the counter? Do you just leave it in the box out and then you eat it out of the box the next day? What do you do? What's your routine? I'm kind of curious to know. In my case, I had to take the pizza. I had one slice at least, right? Yeah, okay. So Craig says he microwaves his for 30 seconds. And this was a good pie. This was a really good New York style pie. So it was really good crust and everything like that. It's one of my little favorite pizzerias from my immediately local area. Not only having to go maybe 2 miles from the house. If I wanted really, really good pizza, then there's some damn good pizzerias in the Phoenix area, in the general Phoenix metro area, but that I would go to. But in my local area, it's not bad. And what I like about it is it's a good reheat sort of pizza, because their pizza, they don't make it as crispy as I would like, but the crust is still good. But they don't make it quite as crispy as I would like. I like that little bit of a crunch when I bite into it. So the way I warm mine up is in the toaster. I don't know if anybody has a toaster oven, but it doesn't take that long, and not 30 seconds. It might take a minute and a half in the toaster oven, and it gives that nice little crust on the bottom, so you get that nice little crunchiness, and then it's reheating everything just right, and it makes it real nice and warm and toasty, and the cheese and I had pepperoni on this one. I am a cheese guy. I like a cheese pizza, just a regular cheese pizza, but this time I got pepperoni, and yeah. See, Jay says the same thing. The toaster oven works great. Yeah, it doesn't dry it out and stuff like the microwave or rubberize it. It just gives that nice little crust, and it makes the cheese nice and crusty again. Like little crispy as well. It gives it that nice little finish to the cheese and makes it look a little better, and a nice little crunch to the pepperoni or whatever toppings you have on there. And what I like the best is the bottom of the crust gets that nice toastiness to it, and so just that light little, just that extra little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then you bite into it. So guess what I had for breakfast? I had 2 slices. I throw them in the toaster oven, boom, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I had a couple slices with some water, but yeah, I had a couple slices this morning as well. I'm like, hey, I got pizza here, screw it. I couldn't have it last night, so you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so anyway, I'll be looking into a water pick. The hygienist recommended it. So I guess I'm gonna have to, and from some of the YouTube videos I was watching, I guess these things like really, I guess some of them are so strong. Some people are from their reviews are saying that they can actually hurt your gums in their case, you know what I'm saying? And some of these people have been using water picks for a long time, so I take their word for it. So since I do have sensitive teeth, I'm like, okay, I don't want one that's like gonna knock this one lady, she had a good review. She was like showing how strong it is by cleaning her kitchen a little bit with it, which is a good idea. Like she says she uses hers to clean as well. She had a cordless one, and she says this is how good it cleaned it. You know, you don't think about it, but those little cracks, if you like to clean really good, and there's those little cracks in places, and she was using it to just clean those little cracks, and stuff was flying out of there, and I'm like, wow, that thing is strong. Oh my God, you know, I was like, oh my God, look at that thing. That's kind of disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, she's trying to show you like she goes, you can brush your teeth and you can floss them and still get stuff out of your teeth after you ate. You know, she said with these things are pretty cool, she said, you know. So I looked them up, and I don't know, it seems like you can get a decent one for less than $50. A lot of them are, you know, in the 20, 30, under $40 range, really. So I'll probably get one since my hygienist recommended it. And if anything, I'll do like that lady did and clean the house, you know. It did seem like something good to clean around the edges of the tub and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, so she goes, yeah, you can actually use them for multiple purposes, you know. So, you know, I don't know. I was put it out there, see if you guys use water picks. What's your favorite, you know? But you can leave it in the comments or something maybe. But thanks for watching, man. I really appreciate it. Zach and Mark were in the show earlier, and Zach's daughter, who I've actually met, she's a pretty cool kid. But yeah, thanks for watching the show, man. We'll be here on Tuesday again, this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will be here one last time on next Friday at noon Eastern, and then it will change. So stay tuned on the Facebook page, Jody Reviews, at Jody Reviews on Facebook. Stay tuned there for updates on the new times and any new changes that are coming. I'll be posting it mostly there, and then I'll try to put it on my Google Plus page as well. So stay tuned there if you want to keep updated with the latest. And I'll try to make maybe a video as well, maybe and let you know what changes are coming once they happen. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man. We'll see you. Peace out.